Welcome back to Travel Partner Official. Today, I'm putting 7 of the world's safest budget airlines to the test. We're about to find out if you can fly cheap without risking your safety. I'll be flying across the US, Europe, and Asia. 7 flights, 7 airlines, all known for low fares and top safety records. We'll look at price, comfort, service, and most importantly, safety. This is the ultimate budget airline showdown. If you're new here, hit subscribe. One lucky subscriber will win a trip to one of these destinations. Ready to see which budget airlines you can trust with your life? Let's get started. First up, let's talk about Southwest Airlines, a carrier that's become almost legendary among budget travelers in the US. If you've ever searched for a cheap flight and wanted a little more than just a bare-bones experience, Southwest is probably the first name that pops up. They're famous for their low fares, but what really sets them apart is their genuinely friendly service. From the moment you step up to the counter, you're greeted with smiles and a laid-back vibe that makes flying feel a little less stressful. On my recent trip from LA to Vegas, I scored a ticket for just $49. And here's the kicker. Your first 2 checked bags fly free. That's a huge deal, especially when other airlines are charging $30 or more per bag. It's a relief not to worry about hidden fees popping up at the last minute. The check-in process was refreshingly simple. Whether you use the self-service kiosks or talk to a staff member, it's quick and efficient. No confusing upcharges, no pressure to buy extras, just a straightforward, easy start to your journey. Now, boarding is a little different here. Instead of assigned seats, Southwest uses a group and number system. You line up based on your boarding group and then pick any open seat once you're on the plane. It might sound chaotic, but it actually works surprisingly well and keeps things moving quickly. Once on board, the crew really shines. They keep the mood light with jokes and friendly banter, and they hand out free snacks, pretzels, cookies, and sometimes even a little extra if you ask nicely. It's a small touch, but it makes the flight genuinely enjoyable, especially compared to the no-frills approach of some other budget airlines. Of course, safety is always a top concern. Southwest has one of the best safety records in the entire airline industry, which is reassuring whether you're a nervous flyer or just want peace of mind. Their entire fleet is made up of Boeing 737s. That means every pilot, every mechanic, and every crew member is an expert on this specific aircraft. It's a smart move that helps keep operations running smoothly and safely. Maintenance and training are streamlined, which reduces the chance for errors and boosts overall safety. The crews are well prepared for anything, and it shows in how confidently they handle every flight. My flight was smooth, on time, and the crew's professionalism was obvious from start to finish. It's clear that Southwest invests in their people, and it pays off for passengers. For less than $50, I got a comfortable seat, friendly service, and a hassle-free experience. It's honestly impressive how much value you get for the price. There's a reason Southwest has such a loyal following. They treat both customers and staff with respect, and that positive energy is obvious in every detail. From the way the crew interacts with passengers to the little touches that make the flight more pleasant. So, if you spot a Southwest option when you're booking your next trip, you can book with confidence. You'll get a great deal, a smooth experience, and a team that genuinely cares about making your journey enjoyable. That's 1 airline down and 6 more to go. Let's see how the rest stack up against Southwest's winning formula. Next up, let's talk about JetBlue, a name that's become almost synonymous with affordable comfort in the skies. JetBlue is known for offering extra perks on a budget, and it's easy to see why so many travelers are loyal fans. My $79 flight from New York to Orlando felt surprisingly premium, especially compared to other budget airlines I've flown. From the moment I checked in at a sleek modern gate, I noticed the difference. Assigned seats meant no stressful boarding scramble, and the legroom, truly the most in US economy, made a huge impact on comfort, especially for taller travelers. Every seat comes with its own personal TV loaded with live channels and movies, plus free fast Wi-Fi for every passenger. That's almost unheard of for a budget airline, and it made the flight fly by. I streamed a movie, checked my email, and even video called a friend, all at 30,000 feet without paying a cent extra. It's a game changer for anyone who likes to stay connected or entertained in the air. But with all these perks, you might wonder, do they cut corners on safety? The answer is a resounding no. JetBlue's safety record is stellar. Their fleet is modern, meticulously maintained, and it shows, from the spotless cabins to the gleaming exteriors. The crew was professional, attentive, and the safety demonstration was thorough and easy to follow, which really put me at ease. During a patch of turbulence, the pilots kept everyone informed with calm, clear updates. That level of communication made a big difference in how relaxed everyone felt. The flight itself was smooth, and the landing was so gentle that passengers actually applauded. A rare but telling sign of a great flight. For the price, JetBlue delivers a level of comfort, entertainment, and safety that's hard to beat. Complimentary snacks and drinks were a nice touch, too. If you want real value without sacrificing peace of mind, JetBlue is a clear winner. It's no wonder so many people choose them again and again. That's 2 for 2 on great flights. Now, let's see how things stack up as we head across the Atlantic to Europe. While traveling through Europe, I decided to finally try Ryanair, the airline that's become almost legendary for its ultra-low fares and no-nonsense approach to flying. If you've ever searched for cheap flights in Europe, you've definitely seen their name pop up, promising prices that seem almost too good to be true. My ticket from London to Dublin cost just 15 euros, less than $20. That's cheaper than a meal at most restaurants, and honestly, I was a bit skeptical at first. How could a flight be so affordable? But the booking process was straightforward, and I was genuinely excited to see what the experience would be like. Ryanair is the definition of no frills. You pay for every extra: checked bags, seat selection, even printing your boarding pass at the airport. The rules are strict, especially about baggage size, so I made sure my backpack fit perfectly in their sizer. If you're not careful, those extra fees can add up quickly. The cabin is basic, with bright yellow and blue seats that don't recline. There's no in-flight entertainment or free snacks, and the crew walks the aisle selling everything from drinks to scratch cards. It's a very different vibe from traditional airlines, but honestly, it gets the job done. But here's what really surprised me. Ryanair's safety record is excellent. Despite the low prices and bare-bones service, they take safety incredibly seriously, which is reassuring for any traveler. The airline is regulated by strict Irish and EU aviation authorities, and they operate one of the youngest, most modern fleets in Europe. Their planes are well-maintained and regularly updated, which definitely adds peace of mind. Ryanair's business model is all about volume. They move millions of passengers every year. That means safety and efficiency are absolutely non-negotiable for them, and it shows in how smoothly everything runs, even with the crowds. Their pilots are highly trained professionals, and the maintenance crews are meticulous. Every pre-flight check is done by the book, and you can really see the professionalism in action. My flight was right on time, and the journey itself was smooth and uneventful. Exactly what you want when you're flying. No delays, no drama, just a quick hop across the Irish Sea. If you're willing to follow their rules and pack light, Ryanair is an incredibly safe and ridiculously cheap way to travel between European cities. Their network covers almost every corner of the continent, making spontaneous trips totally possible. It's not a luxury experience, but for budget travelers like me, Ryanair is absolutely trustworthy. And honestly, it's hard to beat the thrill of flying for less than the price of a pizza. Next, easyJet, Ryanair's biggest competitor. My Paris to Rome flight was 45 euros. A bit more, but what do you get? Check-in was relaxed, baggage rules were clearer, and boarding was organized. The cabin felt modern and comfortable, with seat back pockets and a more traditional airline vibe. easyJet is regulated by the EU's strict safety standards and has an impeccable record. Their young Airbus fleet is well maintained, and the crew was professional and attentive. The flight was smooth, on time, and the service was efficient. easyJet bridges the gap between ultra-budget and traditional airlines. Affordable, comfortable, and safe. For European travel, it's a fantastic choice. Now in Asia, I flew AirAsia, named world's best low-cost airline for over a decade. My $50 flight from Kuala Lumpur to Bangkok was high-tech and efficient from check-in to boarding. The staff was helpful and the cabin was spotless. AirAsia is no frills, but you can pre-order tasty local meals. After a major safety overhaul, AirAsia now has top safety ratings and passes the toughest audits. Pilots and crew are rigorously trained, and the airline invests in new aircraft and maintenance. The flight was smooth, the crew attentive, and the service felt personal. AirAsia proves you can fly cheap, safe, and even enjoy the experience. 5 airlines down, 2 to go. Time for a long-haul test. Norwegian Air Shuttle, flying London to New York for just $180. Norwegian uses modern Boeing 787 Dreamliners, fuel-efficient, quiet, and comfortable. The base fare is bare bones, but you can add meals and bags for a reasonable price. I chose the Low Fare Plus option, and the meal was surprisingly good. Norwegian's safety record is excellent, meeting all strict European standards. New planes mean advanced safety features and fewer maintenance issues. The crew was experienced and professional, and the safety demo was detailed. The flight was comfortable, and the Dreamliner's features made a real difference. Crossing the Atlantic for under $200 felt surreal and totally safe. Norwegian proves long-haul budget travel can be both affordable and secure. Last stop, India's IndiGo, the country's largest airline. My $40 flight from Delhi to Mumbai showed off their efficiency and scale. Check-in was fast, staff were professional, and the plane was spotless. IndiGo operates only Airbus A320s, streamlining training and maintenance for safety and savings. They're famous for punctuality and have a fantastic safety record, passing the toughest international audits. The crew was sharp, the service was quick, and the flight was right on time. Consistency is key. Every IndiGo flight feels the same, and that's a good thing. For travel in India, IndiGo is affordable, reliable, and safe. That's a wrap! 7 airlines, 3 continents, 25,000 miles, proving budget travel can be safe. From Southwest's friendly skies to IndiGo's massive operation, safety was never compromised. Which airline would you fly? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for a chance to win a free trip. Thanks for joining me on this epic journey. More travel challenges and guides are coming soon. Until next time, stay safe and keep exploring. Bye, guys!